Today we are going to look full stack development. What is full stack? Full full stack means a collection of technology need to complete a particular project. This is so in the traditional way we have multiple full stack development using LAMP. We call it as Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. This uh, generally works in the day-to-day operations. The same for LAMP. This will include the Nginx web server. Also, we have mean stack. So mean stack is nowadays most popular. It's MongoDB, Express.js, and Angular and Node.js. So we will create our API or web service using Node.js, and we will consume with the Angular, and our database is going to be MongoDB. And there is one more the popular and most widely used method, that is C# based full stack web development. So we here the backend is going to be .NET Core, and front end is going to be Angular, and the backend is MySQL server or MS SQL server, whatever it is. So this is the full stack. So here this screen we can see the various types of full stack development. So various aspects of web development. For we can start from the front end. So what languages are going to be used in this front end? It's basically HTML, JavaScript, and TypeScript, and the framework is Angular, React, or Vue. These are the modern frameworks which helps to create reactive model of web development like SPA. This is single page application. So there are some designs and styles. You can use Bootstrap, Material Design, CSS, or you can write that CSS in SASS, LESS. These are the some techniques. So you can follow, and you can achieve the stylings and design. So there is a build automation. This build automation is nothing but if you have created the application, so you need some dependencies for application. Dependency is nothing but a kind of library or some external tool that we are going to use in our application. Say for example date picker, or some drop down, the multi-select drop down, like that it is there. So for all this we have a npm packages, we have a pre-built packages with our open source community, they are contributed. So based on that we will use it. And the Gulf.js, Webpack, Grunt.js, these are all the tools that we can customize our own the build, release build, or build while we are creating our application for the release or the deployment. So that time we can use these kind of technologies which we need for development and deployment. For this purpose we are using this. So for our case we can take the front end library or framework. We can take it as a Angular is a framework for is a front end framework to create website or single page applications. Okay, so for the backend, similar same way we have a language. So what are the famous languages that we used to have? We have a PHP, .NET Core, Java, or Node.js, whatever. So these are the things that we have current days. So there are more also there, like Python. There is a Go language. There are some other related subs are there. So mainly we can see PHP, .NET Core, and Node.js. For using this we can create consumable web service or web API, and there are some technologies to connect to the database. For every backend we need to process some data, right? So if you want to store data, we need a database. So for these database, generally for the enterprise or the modern case, we have these kind of most used databases. MySQL is one of the open source and have large community support for the uh, development and related queries. And SQLite for we can use client side, we can make it use of for a lightweight yet another database. And MS SQL is provided by Microsoft, one of the best leading industry. And MongoDB is now growing, and it has no SQL method, and which is very interesting. We can learn in upcoming days. So these three aspects are the main aspects for the full stack development. And there comes the DevOps. So DevOps is nothing but we develop our own web app, or using a front end, back end with the database, everything we have developed. We need to deploy it, or we need to manage the code. To Here comes the deployment part. So deployment is a major part for creating or maintaining the code. We are writing code, so we need to manage the code versions. So for that, we need to use Git is an open source tool that we use to manage the source version controlling. Okay, so GitHub is one of the famous features, famous tool Microsoft acquired recently. So GitHub is one of the open source platform. There also have some paid versions, that is a different sector, different part. But mostly the open source community follows GitHub, so you can also get reference. There are some other tools also there, GitLab, uh, like um, um, Atlassians, like that is there, so we can check it there. So this is the basic one that I am talking about. And the web server, so now we created a website, and that website we need to host it somewhere, and to make available to the customers to utilize. So for that we need a web server. So there are three different type of web server which we normally use. One is for Apache, Nginx, and IIS server. IIS server is for a Windows based operating system, and we need a Windows server to make it. Apache and Nginx are used in Linux environment. So Linux environment, as you know, it's open source, it's free. So we can get our virtual machine and install it the uh, Linux machine, and we can configure Nginx or Apache. Nginx is one of the lightweight and most widely used nowadays, so it provide more functionality in terms of fast routing and most reliable options. So you can check out these options in the various internet sources. And there is a option nowadays everyone talking about, CI CD. What is that? CI means continuous integration, and CD means continuous delivery. What is that exactly? So we develop the code in our local machine, so we are using source control, like for example Git. So we are taking this Git, and we need to build this application. We are building it anyway, we will build our application in the local machine, and it's a success. So we need to push our code to the source control. So after source control is the code push, he need to build again. If we are working as a team, so multiple members can push and pull the code. So in that case it will help. So for that, once the code is pushed, it runs the automatic build. So it makes sure that the code is buildable and available for across all the team members. And after building it, this is what we call it as continuous integration. And delivery, continuous delivery. Once the code is pushed, Okay, we need to deploy it to the server. Okay, so for that we have some automation tools are there, like Jenkins, TeamCity, Docker, Gradle, Octopus deploy, like that. There are various terms, and Jenkins one of the favorite, or one of the most used open source one. And there is a TeamCity which provides lots of features, and it's also limited access for the open source community. Then you can utilize this one. It's a very good features in it, so you can um, uh, contact with any of the source control, and you can build your own delivery mechanism. So these are the basic steps that for the full stack development requires. So for now, our case study, we need to take care. So for now we build the backend using some of the technologies here, and the same we need mobile app, okay, for Android, and these also one of the client. How we build this front end for website, similarly we need to do for mobile apps also. So nowadays full stack development consists this mobile application also. There are some people required for mobile application. Nowadays there are multiple options are available, and we can go for that. For now, there is in general, mobile apps contains its own native applications. Native application in the sense, for iOS we have uh, Swift and Objective C, and these are used to develop iOS applications. You can have follow this one. And Android have Java and Kotlin. So these two are there for building the mobile application. Instead of this, we have other two mechanism in the same way what we are using Angular, React, Vue.js, something similar. We will have multiple options for creating mobile apps for both platforms, like iOS and Android both. So for that we have multiple options: cross platform based native application. So it's what it means. This is a native application. How we build Swift and Kotlin, the same kind of performance and same similar features, everything is there in this cross platform native language. Only one code base which will deliver iOS and Android apps. This is we call it as cross-platform native application. This can be achieved by using Flutter framework. This one is interesting. Flutter framework is produced by developed by Google, and React Native. React Native. So we have a React JS. So once you have built the React JS, you can also convert that application into React Native, and you can build the native mobile apps. So this is created by Facebook as an open source community. So both are open source, so we can use it for our own purpose. And there is one more options also available, which we can say hybrid mobile applications. What is a hybrid mobile application? So we have a native script, we have created Angular application, and that Angular application will provide the support for creating mobile apps. And there is a native script. You can go to the native script website. You can see you can convert your single page application into mobile apps. You can convert. You can check out this website and get more details on that. Okay. Okay. The second one is Ionic Phonegap. Ionic is also one of the framework for creating mobile apps. So you can get. Then Phonegap is the one who brings the mobile app for both platform in the first base. So if these are the options are available for creating mobile apps. So we can create mobile apps, and we can consume through our backend, and we can create a full stack web development. This is the overview and overview for full stack development, and you can check out this medium link for more detailed. I have provided more information on this areas that we have discussed. And okay, what is that advantages and disadvantage of full stack development? Of course, the advantages we can see. The advantages are the developer, the person who involves it, he must play the entire life cycle of that application. He will be completing every part of that development. He is able to capable of creating prototype, development, testing, deployment, each and every part, releases, everything he will take care. So provide the complete solution. This you can read, and you can get some idea about it. And the disadvantages is as a the technology wise and the areas, everything is a vast area. So the full stack down, you need to have the basic understanding or intermediate level only, not for the depth level. So it can be very um, high skilled people's, multiple skills handling. So obviously it can be only one person, so it can have some risk and delays. So everything, at the overall we can say the full stack web development is the ability to build the application from scratch to end of releasing and supporting everything in a cloud. So I wish everyone to take this one as a small learning step, and you can achieve your career. Thank you everyone.